nurse Coach Ola, Health and Career Consulting. I'll be sharing with you some medical tips, health tips, as your health information coach. So today I want to talk briefly about what we call self-limiting condition, and of course the role of antibiotics. We know that so many people abuse antibiotics. There have been reports, there have been observations, and the increasing concern of the abuse of antibiotics. That means when antibiotics are taken without prescription, or somebody is being treated with antibiotics without proper diagnosis and all that. So, and this has actually contributed to what we call antimicrobial resistance. So antimicrobial resistance, which means that the body will start developing a sense of not being able to fight back infections just because of prolonged use or abuse of antibiotics. So you don't want that to happen to you, that when you actually need those antibiotics, they won't work for you. That's because you at one point or the other have abused the antibiotics. So I'm going to share with you what they call self-limiting conditions. So self-limiting conditions are conditions that are resolved on its own and has no long-term harmful effects on a person's health. So we have a lot of medical conditions that people will be worried. You will be worried if you have them, and the next thing you want to think of is antibiotics, or the next thing you want to think of, let me go to the hospital. But there are some of these conditions that does not need any medical management. Okay? Yes, so some of these conditions does not need any medical management, and they do not have harmful effects if not treated. So they resolve on their own. Number one of these is what we call cold, the common cold. So most of the time people just get worried, and then you go panic and go get antibiotics or start calling the doctor. So if you have common cold, it is an example of a self-limiting condition that will resolve on its own. Flu also resolves on its own, although the pain when the symptoms could be very, very challenging and you want to get treated. But these are some of it. Oral thrush, winter vomiting bugs are common self-limiting conditions. Now, while we have other conditions as well that could be self-limiting in its own sense, I will advise that if you have any symptoms, before you take antibiotics, before you go to the pharmacist, before you just go and get something, maybe what your friends have used, check with your doctor, check with your physician, check with your prescriber before you take antibiotics. Again, like I said earlier on, the use of antibiotics and excessive use, abuse of antibiotics has led to what is known now as antimicrobial resistance. That means your body will not be able to absorb or use the right antibiotics even when you need it, because at one point or the other you have abused the use, you have used it when your body does not really need it. So please, if you have any concern with any of your ailments, before you start going to get over-the-counter medications for it, check with your physician, or do I really need to get this treated? Can this self-resolve on its own? Now, let me just say why it is very important for you to contact your GP, to contact your healthcare professionals if you are in doubt or you have any ailments. Please, it is important that you go to the right portal, go to the right person. You don't want to go to someone that maybe a quack, that don't have enough knowledge of it, and you don't just want to depend on what Google says, because we know that there's so much information in the Google that might not be accurate, or that might not be particular or specific to your health condition. All right, thank you so much. Till the next time, I'm still your nurse Coach Ola. I'll be bringing in more tips about your health, medical tips. If you have any personal condition you want to consult about, feel free to use the link there and you can consult me. I'll share my knowledge with you as well, and if possible refer you to the best expertise. See you some other time. Bye for now.